Welcome to Fraser 365. I'm Tyler Grant, the director of the Forum Internship Leadership Development Program here at Fraser. This past summer, Fraser has hosted 7 interns who have worked across various ministries of our church, and we wanted to give you the chance to hear from each one of them this week. Today, you'll hear from Ava Edwards, who has been interning with our tech ministry. So, Ava, what's been your biggest takeaway for this summer?
I think more or less just not taking anything for granted this summer and being intentional with everything that I do. The main reason why I wanted to even come into the Forum internship was to serve the church, more importantly. But I think throughout working this, I found out things that I like to do as well, and seeing my future potentially in ministry and everything. So, and I think by finding that and being able to decipher if I want to do ministry or not, I was able to come to the conclusion of that came from me being intentional starting off. Very first thing that I wanted to do come in here is push myself, not only when it comes to serving other people, but talking and being intentional in everything I do as well. And I think it's paid off.
What scripture passage has been speaking to you recently?
I think 2 of them mostly have been speaking to me. Esther 4:14, you were made for such a time as this. I think, again, going back to the intentionality and everything, I was intentional coming here. And I think in doing that and being persistent in that, it's also been you were made for such a time as this. You were made to be where you're supposed to be right now. That, and then Matthew 6:33, seek first the kingdom and everything will be added after that. Just constantly throughout this internship, I found myself kind of trying to figure out what am I doing here, even though I knew what I wanted to do here. And when I went and seeked his kingdom and everything that he wanted from me, I found an answer later on, which kind of goes into my advice of just kind of being spontaneous, having an open mind when it comes to doing this internship. It's not an easy thing to do. It's a really fun thing to do, and you get to meet a ton of different people, but also at the same time, it can kind of feel like you're out of place sometimes. So just taking that with everything intentionally in mind and just saying yes to things, because I think it'll get you down a path that you never would have thought you would have gone down, and it could be the best path for you, possibly. If you would have asked me 2 years ago if I wanted to do this, I would have said absolutely not. I have no interest in doing it. It doesn't look fun. It doesn't look like something that I would want to do in my future. But now, asking me 8 weeks later, after this internship is done, is this was one of the best things I've ever done in my life, because it stretched me as a person. It stretched me in my relationship with God, but it's also made me rethink my life choices in a better way for next semester going into college as well.